Hello, this is Dan Ames at Brigham Young University. I am making a series of videos for my Civil Engineering 514 Geospatial Software Development class, showing how you can do a geoprocessing service in ArcMap, basically creating a model builder model and moving it into an ArcGIS Server Geoprocessing service and then accessing it through an HTML page. And in this short video, I'm going to show how to move it from a simple HTML page into a Tethys app. So if you're watching this and you don't know what a Tethys app is, go to www.tethysplatform.org and you'll see that a Tethys app is a way to build web apps that are geospatially enabled and, I don't know, just kind of simplified web app development environment. So if you don't know what that is, then you may not want to continue watching this video. So just to refresh, what we did is we made a model builder model here. We set an input parameter of distance and a couple of output parameters, buffers and results. And this is going to find cities that are within a certain distance of rivers. And then the next thing we did is we created a simple web page that can execute that web service. Well, we published that model up to an ArcGIS Geospatial service, web service, and that web service is sitting on our geoserver.byu.edu. Here, find cities by rivers. You can see I've done it a couple of times. This is the most recent one. Now that we have it there, we'll build a simple web page to access it. Alright, so that's where we're at so far. Now let's figure out how to get the content of this web page into a Tethys app. So to do that, I'm going to switch to my virtual machine of Windows, and in my Windows virtual machine you'll see that I'm actually running ArcGIS, but I'm also running Oracle VirtualBox, and VirtualBox has inside it an image of Ubuntu, and Ubuntu has this particular Ubuntu image is running my Tethys environment. So let's launch the Tethys environment. To do that, I'll launch a terminal, and I've got a shortcut to my Tethys environment. So I'll start the Tethys virtual environment. You can see it started because we see the parentheses Tethys here. And next I'm going to do start this Tethys server. So Tethys is built using a series of Dockers. The Dockers contain things like PostGIS, GeoServer, 52 North WPS, and other useful tools, which unfortunately I'm not actually using in this demo. And then I'm going to start the server itself using Tethys manage start. And Tethys is built using the Django framework, which allows us to write our code, a lot of code in Python. But again, for the simple demo, I won't be using Python, I'll just be using HTML and JavaScript. Okay, so my server is running. Let's open up a Firefox browser and see if we can access the home page of the server. There it is, and it looks like I'm already logged in from doing this just a few moments ago. So if you're new to Tethys, which most of you are not new to Tethys, but if you are new to Tethys, this is the default Tethys portal, and every app you build shows up in here with specialized icons and so forth, so that you can create a nice library of apps. If you want to see an example library of apps, you can go to tethys.byu.edu. If I can remember my login. There we go. So here's a library of apps. It's all filled out, different apps that we've built at the BYU Hydroinformatics Lab. However, right now we're talking about how to create a simple app that will access the geoprocessing service that we created. So in a previous class, and possibly by looking at the tethysplatform.org website, you have created your My First app here. So we'll open it up and look at the content of it. Right now there's nothing in there. So what I want to do is put the ArcGIS JavaScript API map here, and then something here that says what distance do you want to search search that distance, and it will find all the cities within that distance of a river, basically running my model builder model. So let's see, what I'll do is first browse to this app, the files that make this app, and they happen to be sitting in my home folder in Tethys Dev, in my first app, in Tethys App, in my first app, in a folder called Templates. This is where the HTML is sitting, here, and this is the home page template here. This base template is home inherits base and exposes it. Right now I've got nothing in home, so basically all I'm seeing is the base template. So let's open this with my editor, Sublime Text. I do not want to get the newest one right now, thank you though. So your template might be created by the scaffolding command in Tethys to look something like this. There's not a whole lot of content, just blocks where things go. Notice that this is extending base, extends base.html. So all of the content you're seeing here, this line, this, and these blocks, this is all in the exit button that take you back to the main app portal. That's all coming from base.html. What we need to do is we need to edit home.html so we can put some specialized content in here. So if you recall from the previous video, I had a single web page here that had JavaScript information in it and also some HTML. So some of this is what we need to put into that home template. First of all, we definitely want to have the map div. So we'll copy that and go over to the block. It will be the content block, app content right there. So that's the main thing we want to see there, is just a map in that open area in this big space right here. On the left hand side we have that navigation items area. So let's go back to here. We can put in that distance prompt and the input box and this kind of find cities near rivers button. So let's copy that, move it over to the navigation items. Anything we put there will appear in this left panel. And just for fun, why don't we use this bottom panel here. This is called App Actions. And we'll stick the output, the information about how many cities were found, in there. So I've got a div tag called Results. Copy that. And we'll stick it down in that App Actions. That's that bottom area. Cool. Okay, so now I think that might be all we need to do in the base HTML. We now need to identify any particular scripts that we want to have access as part of this web page down here, and any styling sheets that we want up here. So let's go to our one-page version of this, which is there. Alright, so the scripts that we want to use for this, actually we'll do the styling first. Styling that we need is this one. We can put that styling information right here. That includes a link to the esri.css style sheet that allows the map to get formatted right with the plus minus buttons, and all that formatting comes from that style sheet. And also this little bit of style that tells how big to make that map div. It's going to be 600 pixels high and 100% wide, so it fills the whole width of the available space. Next we're going to go down to the scripts block here, and we can go back to our master single file version of this. And the scripts that we need are this init script and also all this stuff. So let's start by putting the init script in there. And for all that other stuff, instead of copying it all in there, a better way would be to use the fact that Tethys already has a folder for JavaScript scripts, and it's already got a script main, and it's just empty. So for all the rest of the script, let's grab all of this code that makes our application work. That script. And let's copy and paste it over into map.js. Now that we've got this map.js filled out with our main functionality, it's the same functionality to run the service. You'll remember this from the other video. We're going to the Find Cities by Rivers geoprocessing function on the Geo server. So now that we've got that, let's go back to home and we'll specify that we also need to include that main.js file. Alright, so what we're going to do is put in a script tag that points at that main.js file. And something very important to notice is that because it's part of the app, it's in this static folder of publicly available files right here. It's there, and the app is sort of a portable piece of code, so we don't put in the whole direct URL to the app. We use this %static to indicate, and then close % to indicate this is a static file we want. We want it from myfirstapp/js/main.js. So let's save both of those files, Control S, and let's take a look at our app. So we'll go back to our Firefox browser and we'll hit refresh. Awesome. So you can see that we've got now the map in this main body area. We've got that distance entry piece here, and then hopefully if we've done this right, the output will come here. You'll notice that our zoom level is set such that we're zoomed in a little bit on the United States. We've got this background map being loaded, which is the streets map from the Esri streets collection, and then we have the United States map I made just as a sample background that has all the cities and the rivers that we're using for the exercise being shared just as a web map service. So let's see if we can find all cities that are within 10 kilometers of one of these rivers. Give it just a second to run. And there we go. So it's put the result here. A total of 594 cities were found within 10 kilometers of a river. Let's zoom in. Take a good look at the polygons and the rivers that are returned. This is got me out in the ocean somewhere. There we go. So there you can see the 10 kilometer polygons around the river network, and then the green dots represent the cities that were found. And then just to make sure that we're doing this right, we'll rerun it with 50 kilometers. So what's cool about this demo here is hopefully it's showing you a little bit about how you can break apart the scripts and the HTML code in the Tethys app and still get a nice functional interactive app that works with the Esri geoprocessing service. So good luck, and yeah, keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. Comment below. Bye.